We're here outside of a small cemetery, just small town Arkansas, and looking at some older tombstones. This one's extremely hard to read. It looks like Grady, Gradie, Webb, and it looks like 1916. And I'm going to say 1916, the same birth year and death, so it had to have been a baby. And it looks like this is a homemade tombstone. And right next to this one is a Bertha Webb. It's still the same type of homemade. And it looks like 1911. No, 1914. So, two babies there. Oh, here's Olive Webb. This is a pretty nice tombstone. Olive M. Webb. 1889, 1918. Samuel Augustus Webb. If you look, it's just a older small cemetery in small town Arkansas. There's another one across the highway over there, and it's got a memorial, a veterans memorial right at the front of the cemetery. And some of these old tombstones here, they were pretty nice. Look at these markers here. Now, I don't know, some of these tombstones are 1800s, is the earliest I found, but that's all that's left of apparently some markers. And here's one that something has taken that one off, and this has writing on it, but there is nothing legible there. Nothing legible. See if we can find some more. Now look at this big one. Now this is in the shape of a tree. I mean, it is, I'm 6'3", and if my arm will barely reach the top. So that's how big that this one actually is. Oh, it's got some decorations on it. See if I can figure out. It's almost illegible on the front. Can't see what this says. Born 1868, died 1909. It's another Webb. It's another Webb. 1967. John, son of H.R. Webb. Look at this one. Now this one, not quite as big as that one, but it's October 1899 and died 1919. Some pretty old markers. This is probably was a beautiful tombstone at the time. I don't know how too much tombstones was back then, but at one time this was probably a pretty expensive one. Looks like they were born 1901. Died 1915. Looks like there's some markers for a Draper, a Sanford. Pretty good sized markers for Sanfords. This is the Sanford. Apparently one died in 1953. The other one, so this is a fairly old one, 1912. Now see, you may, I haven't normally liked this type of tombstone. But if that is that old, that has really held up compared to the concrete ones. But who knows, these marbles do pretty good too. Because that's 1938. That tombstone is completely unlegible. Stuff has grown and completely made that completely unlegible. Now see, this is an old military. It's World War II. And it's a Nichols. And they died in 57. Was born in 05. Another World War II, was in the Navy. Died in 1960. This marble has really held up a lot better. See, it's got that bronze on top, metal on top of where that is written, and then the marble is inlaid in that marble. And this one is later than that. It's inlaid in this concrete. Now the bronze is actually holding up really nice, but the concrete is not. So that makes a big difference.